Brain rising. I know the vibes, yo. It's Naga, yo. See the title for men and women if you would like clarity and to receive the right choices. This is a majority for adults, people around my age. I'm in the 46 range. Um, if you are mentally strong, then it's good for you if you're in your 30s or whatever. I wouldn't offer this to the youth like 20 years old or whatever. Y'all got a lot going on in your mind and you still have a lot of growing to do. So this wouldn't be particularly for those type of people. But if you're in your 30s, mid 30s and up and you have a strong mind and you know what you're looking for and you want things to work for you better. So from 30, I say like 35, 36 up on until, wherever you are in your life. If you want the right decisions to happen, I'm going to give you something right now that's going to show you something. This is discipline I'm going to give you, though. So this is not for people who don't like putting introspection on their self or work on their self. It's not for you because you're going to get frustrated and you're not going to want to do it. So it starts like this. If you're dealing, I'm going to go with the men first. So as a man, for you to comprehend, first, you have to have a level of balance in yourself. This balance will come from, or it'll affect three levels. It'll affect your height, your spiritual, your mental, and your physical body. But these balances are incremental. They're like, all right, so for self value, right? For self value, you can't be over extreme in anything that you are as a man. A man is balanced because balance is supposed to be the contribution to the mind and how you move through things. So your attraction to things should be balanced, right? And also the way you see yourself should be balanced. Like, yeah, you're a man and you can do a lot of things, but it should be at a regiment and a ratio. That's how you should carry yourself in every single thing in life. I don't give a damn what it is. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be overexerted and nothing. And if you think you have to, that reason to want to do something more than you've ever done it before, or to have a higher attribute of it, whether that's women, money, whatever in life. These things are reflecting to the value one or two statements, either the lack thereof, depravity of it in your life, or you have to prove something to yourself. That goes in a lot of directions, those two statements. I'm going to leave that right there. Now, if you are a man that's balanced in yourself, this is good because naturally you're not trying to overstimulate yourself in nothing. You're just naturally balanced in those criterias and character that allow you to be whoever the fuck you are, right? And that's dope because you're also generating an energy. That energy that you're generating is, it's not normally focused, but if we focus on it, it grows faster. Now, your soul, your life force, whatever you want to call it, your energy frequency, however you want to look at it, that energy grows. It grows because it has to have an output. It's always coming into you anyway. You have nothing to do with that. Purity makes it come at the highest form. So if you're a person that does a lot of negative things, you're pulling in that level of negative frequency because that's what you acclimate to. If you're a person of a higher value, you're pulling in more of a royal, divine, golden energy. This is the difference in between doing, right or wrong, because there is a way. So if you're doing this and you're pulling in this energy, that energy has to go out. But if it's not going out because you don't have an overexertion to, you build it up. Now what happens is the output has to take place. The mind, the sexual activity, the motion in the body. It has to take place. These are the three different trinities that you carry within yourself. So when you get to do this, when you get to use those energies for thinking, you go to the highest attribute of conscious understanding. When you use that energy for sexual activity, it's super dynamic, it's the most powerful. You use it for your spiritual connectivity, you tap into the deepest levels. That's what that energy is really for. So we're not developing patience and all this shit because you think you have to affect people right. Nah, that's what makes you affect people right. So it's not really a bunch you have to say when you build up that energy, because you're gonna go around places and shit gonna magnetically come to you. All the lower vibrations gonna come first because they're lighter than the density of the higher frequency. So once you got a bunch of that shit piled up in you, because you just been chilling, you ain't really been doing nothing. You gonna go out, shit gonna be coming to you, bam, bam, left and right. You're like, damn, everything trying to come over next to me. Like you can just see it, like it'll make its way in some value. That's how your attraction truly works. You don't have to really say anything. And the one that's for you, you'll be able to differentiate because your energy will be so charged up, it'll knock shit off of people. They'll stumble, they'll fumble, they won't come correct, they'll come overexerted, they'll come in all the energies that's opposite of your balance. That'll be your guideline and giving you the clarity and understanding of the proper choice. And then the energy that can stand next to you with your frequency unbothered is your choice. It's literally gonna be its own embodiment, but with the energy that respects the frequency that you developed yourself. And you ain't gonna have to really say nothing. It's just gonna do it. That's the divine way. Like what divine built for you can Lego block you naturally. It'll just attach. You ain't got nothing to do. You ain't gonna have nothing to say. It's gonna fall in line. Everything is gonna come after that, and then you grow with understanding from now you comprehending whatever that choice is, people, place, or thing, right? And then those comprehensions to it in the same retrospect, spiritual, mental, or physical. Now, slash sidebar for the women. Most of what I said for the men is similar for the women, but the women have a different level of intensity, and that's what makes it a little more dynamic for y'all. So because the women have the makeup that they do, right? Because the way your body is made and created, you have to purge every month because you are literally recreating you like the factory of the building blocks of what makes an individual so they can go forth. The frequency and the light that gives it life comes from the contribution of the man and the combination of the divine insert of innocence, the purity. So what's dope about the woman is if she does, these things as far as have the balance in herself, knowing, herself over the value. And it's harder because she has to value herself in these high attributes. She has to see the beauty. So she has to go over the line of balance. She has to. It's just because that extra energy, it gives a replication of value to the creation. So the creation can have its own individual character. So at any given time, the woman can be carrying more characters than it is her own. That's what makes her the weaker. It doesn't make her weaker by the value of some form of um, dilution. It makes her weaker because she has to focus on other things, right? This is why it's important for the man to master his balance. So while you're doing all this, you're going to face a lot more push over the line energy. It's going to really make you want to do more physical things. You're going to want to be more loud. You're going to think more crazy. Your spiritual level is going to be in so many different directions. You're going to feel powerful. You're going to feel weak. That's what happens when it goes overboard. So it takes a lot more for you to pull that back to balance in some form with the same thought pattern of how to access higher levels of these characters to still hold it resonant to create it for something else. That takes a lot more strength. But you're also, and then the fact that your center of gravity is in your hips, you're developing a more dense, more powerful magnetic energy. This is why, in the same retrospect, you magnetize a lot of energies that be ready to kill for you when you ain't touched. men automatically like, oh shit, I got to get next to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have a regard for even what you went through, and that's also a diagram and um a list for you to understand what's not in your frequency. And the outcome is still the same. What will match to you will be able to Lego block to your energy without resolve. It won't have some form of value to um, convince you that it's what it is. It'll already know what state you're in, and it'll do it by proving retrospect of what state that it's in. Okay, so that'll like narrow the choices down, and ultimately the aesthetic value of how we see the world will fall away because you'll naturally be spending time with your soul, which will refine your mind, and then your polished understanding of your view of the outlook of world will absolutely change, and you'll have a different infinity for what you're really willing to accept. But the understanding is to purify it, not to run away from it. We like to wrap our minds around the worldly way of things and forget about what we're connected to. Divine never had that as a plan. Those things that you're connected to are thumbtacks. You're supposed to, even if they give you good, bad, and indifferent feelings, it's still a part of what you are. Unfortunately, you're just not that. You're not that level of whatever disdain you have for them, but you're still a variation of them in your brightest form. So you still have to thumbtack your character and what you come from as that is the representation. Because it's still you. It's like having a bunch of transformers. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse my dogs. You know what I'm saying? It's peace and supreme rising to everybody. How you doing, supreme rising? It's like having, it's like having a it's like having a bunch of transformers. They all different variations. You know what I'm saying? But they all come from the same all spark. You know what I'm saying? Like you have triplets and shit. They're the same looking, but they come from one source of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like we have different types of sneakers, but they was formed off one first pair that Jordan ever wear. You know what I'm saying? Like so, all these values have to start from somewhere, and that's all I'm saying. Like you got to know that. So even if we deal with the negative things that we come from, that's not you. It's just fortunately that you were the best version that came out of that. You were the part that didn't take those shortcomings with you, those burdens with you, and you were able to maneuver different. So don't let the world tear you down because you're a part of these things, but you just don't carry these negative outputs. Okay? It's still who you are, what you come from. It's just not you. And that's the divine in you. You know what I'm saying? So cherish that. Don't let the world tell you things and then you start moving. And same with your friends and stuff like that, guys and girls. Same with your friends. Like your friends are your friends and they can have all the thoughts in the world. They can have all the opinions in the world. But their opinions are not going to be based off what's good for you. That's what separates you as a man and a woman. You making the best choice that you know that works for how you're lined up in yourself. Most of the time we go through life and we don't take accountability for the fact that we're not fused correctly. You didn't sit down with yourself as you grew up and knew that the way you move through life and make decisions based off other people was correct. You just thought you were supposed to react to every damn thing. And that's what got us where we are. We always reacting based off what somebody said, somebody else's perception. My grandfather used to say, never take somebody else's word until you go figure it out on your own. Because you might mess up a blessing for yourself. The way somebody treat that person, they might not treat you the same. You don't know what that person did to make them treat you like that. So don't get involved in other people's stories and shit because that's how you get pulled back into something that ain't got shit to do with you. Now your whole shit changed up. Divine might have had a plan for you to meet this individual for a certain reason. To get a piece of knowledge, a connection, to see something and experience whatever that is. You got to be open to see what these things are in life. So if you're not going to do it because you got a war inside of you, that's nobody's fault but your own. You didn't take time to balance yourself out. Knowing that you have these capabilities in yourself, men and women, are you showing up conducively? Or are you just saying, fuck it, I'm going out here, motherfuckers going to deal with me how it is? That's selfish as hell. That's just selfish as shit. You know what I'm saying? And when you start grouping groups together like that, this is the outcome now. This is the detriment. You getting these same conscious understandings with these same individuals, whoever they are. Then when you move in unison, what's supposed to come towards you while you out is now deflected because you have a different mindset. How many things you've missed because of that? Let that shit sink in. We're not built to separate and divide away from each other in a way to where the way you are is not important. No, the best thing about meeting you is seeing all the great things that you have done with yourself. That's what makes us multiply. If I got great things with me and you got great things with you, oh, the combination gonna be dope because we gonna be able to make shit happen. And you're gonna feel a perfect fit to that. Instead of digression with Charlene, if what you think, girl, and all this, or you going over, hey, yo, Mike, man, da 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 da. Instead of all that, you're centered in yourself correctly. So when you show up around your friends, you become an image of what correct look like. What that look like for you. Now you multiplying. They not copying you. They trying to figure out how to be the highest version of they self. We changed the whole damn nation. Yeah? And that ain't got nothing to do with nothing negative because knowledge equates a different value. That means you can figure it out without the lesser. All praises to the Most High. And keep in mind, I don't move no way, shape, and form in those directions without divine. And divine purifies those steps because those steps lead you into an almighty direction of your current standpoint of where you are in life. Right now, you can get to an almighty standpoint to where you move, think, and feel on the highest level. That's not a conversation for nobody. That's so intimate. It's insane. But the deep part about it is the world don't want you to believe that's literally the way of life. It's not a compartmentalized thing that you do on Sunday. This is an everyday thing. It's what you want to be when you want to show up and you like, damn, that shit went wrong. That's what you missing this, what I'm explaining to you that will make you be that. That's what's not there. So don't be like, damn, I don't want to be by myself. Don't be like, damn, I don't know what I'm going to do when this ain't going. No, that's an opportunity for you to refine, you know. Don't take the things in life that happen as the worst things to you. Take them as things you can learn from. This is called introspection. This is when you really get a chance to sit back and replay all those things that happen in your mind. Everything that you went through, replay it. Look at how you said things. Look at the response of people. Look at the body actions. Look at the care and the non-care. Fortify your understanding for self. So once you do that, you begin to say, damn, that's why I reacted like that, because I felt this way about that. Nah, I didn't make it go that way, but my energy pushed it more. Nah, I could have made a decision early when I seen that, but I took it lightly. You start to look at life completely different. And this is not taking you away from the experience in the life, the experiences of life. It's making sure that now when you move through life, you're fortified. How many times you've been in fear and you ran so fast, you'd have missed two exits you could have turned into? How many times you done been angry and you done said so much after you done said what you said, you like, damn, why I said that? All these characters is based off you not having a balance in yourself. It's called no self-control. Ain't nobody else can teach you that. You got to learn that for yourself because only you know you. Only you know you. So that's why it be the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then on top of that, we'll say, yo, I need to go do this. This integrity base puts you in emotion away from everything that you need to fix, which is you. People are afraid of nothing. Why are you afraid of nothing? From nothing comes everything. Where there is nothing in a space, something has to be placed. So nothing is a dope place to be sometimes. Because you can actually look at everything that you are within a space from nothing. It gives you all the memories of everything that's past because those are failed thoughts. They're all over. Whether they were successful or failed, they're still behind you. So you can still do introspection, looking at how you made choices. But you got to be ready for that type of energy. That's why I said you have to remove a lot of things that come in your life so you can do this true introspection. If you don't, you're not going to be able to move correctly. You're just going to keep justifying all your shortcomings. You know, kind of like lying to yourself. And then once you get used to that, you get so used to it, you can't stop it. It's just a continuance. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't even see this. They don't take time to look at nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's you just get used to being certain ways. And I mean, I guess it's cool if you want to live that way, but you can't go always going through life blaming people, saying, "Oh, this person did this to me." You was attracted to it. "Oh, this job did me wrong." You signed up for it. "Oh, that hurt my stomach." Shit, you ate it. You know what I'm saying? "Oh, this place ain't good for me." You went there. You know what I'm saying? At any given time in your life, you can say no about a lot of things in life. You know what I'm saying? You can say it's not for me. Some things may fall away. That might be the best thing for you. If you can say no to something, right, that supposedly loves you, and it gets super disgruntled, it's probably not for you. You gotta think about it like that, because if it loves you, why is it so important that that no at that moment means no? It might not mean no forever. It might be not right now. And if a person feel like, you know what, I got to give you my ass to kiss and I got to try to make it to where that no turns to a yes right now, that's pretty much selfish. That's pretty much trying to receive what you want, right? You don't need nothing to tell you that. So where in the mind do you separate that as a value? Sometimes you got to let a person make their own choice and decision. And that choice might be based off them saying, you know what, I'm being pushy. All right, a bigger person would say, you know what, I was early, I apologize. It ain't that serious. Not respect out of you. That's an extension of love. That might make the person who told you no feel indifferent. They may extend a hand because they can tell you not careless. We don't play the roles of sincerity enough to see how the outcome in life would really actually be. And before you prejudge and get mad just because you want to be a child and throw a tantrum, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, why am I throwing a tantrum? What enabled me to feel like this for so long? A whole adult out here in the world. And the world ain't supposed to be this is old school shit. Like, the world wasn't a part of intimate things that our elders went through. They didn't know. They used to blush when they seen TV shows come on and they would kiss or wear certain dresses. Yeah, our elders would blush because that was getting a little personal. It was a remembrance of what was personal. Like, they showing that. Oh goodness, like, we don't want people to see we know about that. Because it was intimate. They don't even know what intimacy no more is. Like, people don't even know what privacy is no more. Like, you want to do that shit in the public. Hey, we intimate. No, the fuck you not. By showing people you defeating the purpose. You know what I'm saying? By being out in the open with it, you're defeating the purpose. That's what I be meaning. Like, a lot of people don't comprehend the depths of things and what they really mean before you want it in your life. And then you're doing it ass backwards, and then you wonder why it's not working out right. Well, on part side to that, you don't understand what you're doing. Secondly, you're doing it to prove a point. So, yeah, until you have that level of love inside of you and you give it all the time, despite what nobody gives you, you're never going to get it. You have to carry that love despite if anybody matches it up. That's what makes it pure. So you get a chance to learn through life by how you make your choices and your decisions. Eventually, you'll learn the right way to learn you. And then once you get there, you know what you're going to do? Make all the best choices that fit you. You're going to line up with things that you can follow. You're going to digest things that serve you. And keep in mind, the vegan trip that happened years ago that everybody got on and shit, it wasn't for you just to leave everything behind. It was teaching you balance. Because it's contrast. Everything in life is contrast. You done did this thing so long, they let you eat candy and whatever the fuck you wanted to eat for so long. You need to clean some of that shit out when you got older. Keep in mind, your body, 98.9 degrees, 98.9 degrees, is hot. Anything you eating there is melting floating around, sticking to shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no vacuum cleaner, no mop, no nothing inside of you. You was just living. So now that you older, you had to get that out. So here come the vegan trip, the contrast. Everybody like, I want to go vegan, I want to vegan. I've been eating nothing. Everybody looking like skeletons and shit, looking crazy. You forgot, I'll never eat this again. No, you wasn't supposed to eat processed shit. You wasn't supposed to eat non-healthy food. You still supposed to have your protein. You got canines. You have them. You're not walking around here with herbivore teeth. It's just what it is. You smell that shit, you be craving it. You be trying to tell yourself, we not supposed to have this. Well, everything that's made like you eats it. Divine didn't make no mistakes. That's just what it is. You just have to moderate yourself. And if you don't know how to feed yourself, that's something different because you was taught that as a child too. You know what I'm saying? Like everything you was taught and you were supposed to do it in moderation. You know what I'm saying? So until you have that type of level of energy inside you, because you gave yourself that time and that patience, you're not going to attract these things that are the best for you. That's just what it is, yo. It's nobody else's fault but your own. That's why I take accountability for me. Like I had to really sit down and look and say, damn, why I like certain shit? Why was I attracted to this? And so you just find out shit about it. Be like, yo, so what was it about that you and then you start because now you know more about it. Once you know more about it and fully, you like, damn, all right, I get it. I see that. But I wouldn't do that because the difference is I refine myself off my mistakes. I don't dive deep into them. So that was the appealing factor. So once I understood that, that made me do what I've been doing 10 times more. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like it gives you anything. The failed situations don't give you nothing. They normally put you on the same path that you've been walking. Clarity is based off where you're already going. You know what I'm saying? You just can't see it clear. That's why you need clarity. You see what I'm saying? So you're going that direction already. It's just sometimes it's blurry. So then if you're strong enough, you'll stop in that direction before engaging in any other obstacles within that direction and say, let me see something real quick. You're looking at the map, right? You're on the highway, you pulled over. Let me make sure I'm going the right way. Type shit. One thing my nana told me, and she made me hold that shit for life. She was like, yo, it don't matter if you make a mistake. What matters is when you make it that you're ready to change it. So don't just sit there and sit in no mistake. Change that shit. That thought hit me different because it seems simply said, but most people ain't got the balls to change it. That's the deep part. Most people ain't got the cojones to step up and do the right thing. They go all types of directions, right? They go way left or way this way. You done change your whole everything about yourself. You ain't even you no more. I don't care about life. I don't like that no more. I'm gonna do this. You threw away everything about yourself because of a little problem. And out of your mind, you think you're doing the right thing, but in all actuality, you're weak as hell because you didn't fix you. You didn't fight for what divine gave you. You made another choice. That other choice was easy to step into. So then when we really look at what being gangster is, standing on shit. You don't stand on what divine give you, that's tough. That's tough right there. You know what I'm saying? You can't stand on the gift divine gave you. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my mentality goes. Like I started looking at, forget what people are doing. Can I respect what's given to me as the gift of life? Can I adhere to that? Can I refine that in a way to where, despite me not knowing my attraction to certain values that got myself in situations, could I now make better decisions? And what does that look like as far as me holding on to that change? It's not so drastic that I'm following in the ways of people. I'm gonna do what I like, but I'm gonna do it in a way, because it ain't none of your fucking business what you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it's none of your business what I'm in my life. So I'm not doing it for you, even though I'm doing it for you. What does that mean? When I run into people, I can carry myself in a certain manner. I'm not disgruntled. I'm not manipulative, right? I don't have these bad tendencies that I hold in my heart, despite other people's shortcomings or forthgoings. This is a reality. So I'm not here to judge you because you carry burdens. You got enough trouble. You carry burdens. You walk around fucked up. You walk around want to curse people out, say crazy things, judge people. That's burdens, yo. I'm like, wow, yeah, you're mad inside, yo. You got a lot going on. I just hang with the divine because I don't carry none of that shit. I don't go around thinking about people in a negative way. So I literally look to, you know, make myself more refined. So therefore my decision making is refined. So therefore my experiences are the best. Right? So if I make the right choices, my experiences come out crazy. I'm being led by divine. It's like, whoa, I ain't never thought I could have that type of experience. All praises to the Most High. So I started understanding this whole totality, right? And I can get why people don't know what that is. They're wrapped in bullshit. If you got bullshit wrapped around you and you smelling it, yeah, you're gonna be mad. I'll be mad smelling funk all the damn time too. Take that shit off you. You don't have to carry it. It's burdens. But I get it. I get it. You know? You don't know divine. I wish you could meet him though. And that's what I do. I introduce people to the divine so they can have an opportunity individually. I do have one-on-one sessions if anybody's interested in that. You can contact me via my email or inbox me or something, whatever. It's up to you. No push. But just know to the value of you. You are that important and you have the opportunity and should be granted the access to make the best decisions that you can have the best smile from inside, the best outcomes, the best taste, the best love making. All of that. You should have it and be happy doing it and not have to hide your feelings, right? Not have to put your emotion, because I don't want them to know I really like them like that. You shouldn't have to be like that. You should be able to pour yourself all over what you enjoy. Why you have to build walls? What are you scared of? Unsurety. I get it. I get it. Well, that's in the package deal when you balance yourself. And I'm here to let you women know you are a lot stronger. You know why? Even though you're weaker with the things you have to deal with, you're strong as shit because you have to pull harder to be balanced. That's why it ain't many of you out there. Very few that can really, truly be balanced. Without the ego, very few. And still be able to turn it on when they need to? Yeah, very few. And hold the respect and loyalty and value in the laws and still can go out there and shake a tail feather and can have fun and yeah, with no walls, it's almost like an anomaly. It really doesn't exist without tweaking and shit. So I know it's harder for y'all to do it, but I believe in you. And if you want to be a goddess, that's what that's going to look like. Because everybody going to want to know why the fuck you ain't tweaking. Why shit working for you? Oh, you done pulled in, you done took time to grow that golden energy inside you. You started magnetizing shit that people didn't know we were supposed to have. And it takes time. You ain't this shit. If you hear, and if y'all hear somebody talking about something, I did it, y'all. I did it in 2 weeks and everything. Man, shut the hell up. It don't even, it don't know. It don't take, it ain't like that. You really got to put some work in. You'll know when it click on because it's literally a click. It's literally a click. You'll know. And it's not something that you can just say happened. You'll know, yo. Trust me, that comfortability comes in a different aspect. You get so comfortable with the divine. It's like you're not really checking. And I don't mean checking to where you saying you're not checking. You just not checking. You do it when you call. You know what I'm saying? Like you move when you call. Like things in the world really start seeming obsolete. You interact with everything with unconditional love, despite you feeling that it don't give a about you. You see all the manipulation, you see every single thing and you don't budge. You walk through every fire. You start getting used to walking through hula hoops. You just get used to stepping through the fire. The fire ain't hot no more. It just becomes, oh, You done walk through 999,999 million of them shits, and nobody was even taking count. You ain't even taking count because you got used to it. To walk through all the fire. And people still thinking you gonna burn in some type of way. No, you're refining the divine gift given to you. The only thing you carry, you've been carrying since the day you came on earth. And that's the only thing you never do nothing with. Why do you think they give you Christmas and shit? To make you focus on other things than yourself. The right way. And then when you focus on yourself, they give you alcohol and money, sexual activities to make you pull out of the mind and just land on the flesh. Yeah, they reached for the star, but they only caught the moon. Yeah, this world is crazy with the manipulation. They'll slow your ass down, but I'm here to tell you, oh, you got work to do, baby. My brothers, my sisters, you got some work to do. And ain't nobody teaching this shit. I ain't here to hold y'all, man. I just wanted to bring y'all a real good gift today. Love yourself. Divine love you. If you draw near, divine will draw near to you. I promise. I promise. Promise. And I got practices. I got practices. You want that one-on-one consultation? Holla at me. All right? You heard? It's all love, man. NAGA the Wise. Peace.